Hello, everyone. We are pleased to present our new 3DScan module. This module is an addition to the basic platform, expanding its functionality with the capabilities for interacting with point clouds. To start working, we will use a separate shortcut for the 3DScan program. This module enhances the Point Clouds tab with its functionality, and also adds new tabs: 3DScan, Visualization, and Monitoring. In the first introductory lesson, we will import our first model into the program. The main tabs when working with point clouds are the Point Clouds and 3DScan tabs. Let's import our point cloud. To do this, go to the Point Clouds tab, where in the group of the same name, you need to select the Import command. When selecting the command, a window pops up warning us that the 2D wireframe visual style is set. I highly recommend choosing Yes and switching to the wireframe visual style, which will help prevent possible problems and program freezes during import. Select the file and open it. It will then take some time for the point cloud to be imported into the program. In the case of a file with the E57 extension, we will immediately go to the Settings window for the imported point cloud. Interaction with a file in text format, such as XYZ, will be covered a little later. In the Import Settings dialog box, we can see various information about the point cloud and configure the import itself. For example, select which metadata to load with the cloud, perform thinning, choose the units of measurement, assign an EPSG code, and view the imported point cloud. We see that the total number of points is over 50 million. Sometimes point thinning may be required, so, if necessary, in the Thinning field, select the desired value, which allows reducing the number of imported points by a multiple of the specified number. For educational purposes, we will specify a value of 3 in the Thinning field. Just above, in the Units field, we can see the units of measurement of the imported point cloud. In this case, the imported file was created in meter units, so in the Import Settings group, we will also set meters. Just below, we can see a drop-down menu, where it is possible to configure the splitting of the document into several point clouds. By default, the file points are imported into the document as a single cloud, but by selecting one of the splitting principles, we can divide it. In the Upload group on the left, we can specify which metadata needs to be imported and which does not. Let's select the import of all metadata. To the right, we can see a field that is currently inactive. This field is intended for configuring the import of point clouds that already have predefined import information codes, such as ground, low, medium, high vegetation, etc. After making all the settings, click the OK button, and after some time our model will be imported into the program. The cloud will be linked to the program using an external reference. This can be confirmed by going to the Manage tab and clicking on the External References icon in the Palettes group. For convenience, place this panel as a tab next to the Properties tab. We see that we have a file as an external reference in the NPC format, and by right-clicking we can perform various actions with the cloud: unload, reload, detach, etc. This functionality is also very convenient when working with multiple point clouds, unloading and loading the necessary clouds. As soon as the model appears in the program, I highly recommend always saving this point cloud. Press Ctrl-Shift-S and specify the path to save the file. After saving the file, two files with the extensions DWG and NPC with a size of 450 megabytes will appear in the folder. The initial file size was 2.05 gigabytes, and as a result of thinning and changing the cloud format, the file size has decreased compared to the original. Let's consider interaction with text data formats. The XYZ format is a text format and allows storing data about the spatial coordinates of cloud points and, in some cases, metadata such as reflected pulse intensity and RGB color intensity. Let's use the import command and import the point cloud in XYZ format. When importing a cloud from text formats, it is necessary to set the settings in the text file import dialog box. The special field is intended for specifying the new line character, the starting line of data, and the characters interpreted as the start of comment lines. I recommend leaving them at their default settings. Let's pay attention to the separator and result fields. In it, you need to select the character that separates the data in the text file, in this case space. You also need to specify the decimal separator used to separate the integer and fractional parts of the values, in this case dot. Let's try changing the separator to dot and see how the data view in the result field changes. As we can see, the data is displayed incorrectly, so we will return the separator to space. Click OK, after which the Import Point Clouds dialog box will appear. This file has a small number of points in the cloud, so thinning will not be required. This source file was created in millimeters, so in the units field, we will specify millimeters. In the Import Settings field, do not forget to specify the value of the imported file in the program, millimeters. The file does not contain metadata, so the Upload field is inactive. Click OK, and after the file has been imported into the program, do not forget to save it, as it will be useful in future lessons. In the next lesson, we will consider the process of point clouds registration. If you are ready, proceed to the next lesson. Thank you for your attention.